Okay, let's fucking get this going. Continue.
Wake up. Shh, baby. Just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Gotta love an ironic name.
Let's act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear. Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest,
Hey,
huh?
Robin.
Did you hear that, honey?
It's a pretty poor boat simulator if I'm not driving the boat.
Lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too...
Ferry sim would be more
presumptuous of
appropriate,
me.
yeah, that's
I'm the
true,
night
because it
host
is
of
a
local
literal
radio
ferry.
station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be this. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones.
Oh, this
Meet a
poor
friend.
woman.
That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller.
Hey, it's
My
best boy
favorite writer.
Barry.
Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah, we just got it.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word, and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
Oh, she's gonna
Barry,
fucking
you're
wish
fine.
she died.
Great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
Barry's such a bro.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can
Hey, yeah,
always
so,
count
I know what you're gonna do.
What did I tell you?
Shut the fuck up.
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
That's the last laughs.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
Wanna say something else, motherfucker? Huh? You wanna fucking go? That's what I fucking thought. Oh dear.
Come on, Slowpoke. You get the full service here. I've made all the arrangements. I drive the car.
Alan isn't a psychopath yet. He doesn't think to push people over and solve his problems early.
Butt into the car and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, sounds like you've got a lazy bastard for a husband.
Yeah, but I got a thing for him. Come on, you lazy bastard. Let's go.
You deserve so much better, Alice.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes.
Sure.
Alan, thank you
Not
for coming
this
with
game,
me.
I
Robin.
love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake, Alan Wake. Oh, God, I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you.
Oh, Rose.
Try the coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in love, 'cause it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Oh, that's foreshadowing.
Are you still
Hey.
Favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust
Hey, Shu.
me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ah,
These are the best rock and roll grandpas
It does
ever.
that. Get stuck. Yeah, you need to give it a good solid whack. Now that's what I'm talking about, yes!
Oh, Robin, this shit's gonna get so strange in the most hacky of ways, and it's so
gone
good.
to hell.
It's okay, No, not Cynthia. Oh no, I hope the shenanigans aren't too bad.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find
You don't
Stuckey,
wanna die,
to get the
do
key
you?
and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did. Hello? Mr. Stuckey?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay.
Yes, it's Cynthia.
I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
Options. Graphics. That's better.
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
Oh yeah, Robin, Alan is a total fucking diva bitch. That's literally the inciting incident for him coming here.
Man, you can hurt yourself in the dark. This really ought to be fixed. And then I must remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been too long already.
Put the lime in the coconut.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you alright?
Splendid, splendid! Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon if I lift anything heavier than a spoon. Yeah, splendid, splendid. It's been a long time, Doc. Good to see you.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have a bottle on you, would you, Tom?
I
There's a
wish.
reason that one of our oldest fears is fear of the dark.
The Andersons, they're local musicians. We're waiting for Dr.
They
Harper
are
to pick
local
them up.
delights.
They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
Oh, what's this?
That diner was a real nut house.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
Keys to the cabin they're supposed to be
on
staying in.
vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Pat Main here on KBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years. Not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks.
So, fun fact, the books that he used to write is essentially the plot to Max Payne.
Stars winking down at you.
Won't be relevant in this game, but it'll be relevant in
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Alice had a phobia. The fear of darkness. I wanted to
like
make
the
sure we
game
were
won't actually
inside
say
with the lights on
it's
before
Max
sunset.
Payne, but if you just look at everything and you know what it's actually supposed to be, it's blatantly Max Payne. They just can't legally say Max Payne. Fucking knew there was something up here.
The cabin obviously got its name from the shape of the island. It looked
Hey,
like
look,
a
it's a
giant
big crow's
bird
foot.
leg. Alice had mentioned that the lake was a caldera. There was a dormant volcano under it.
Colder. I thought it was always Caldera. Huh. Look, my streams aren't the best, but even my streams are more fucking entertaining than The Big Bang Theory. Look at the pretty birds. Good thing Poe's not here to make fun of them. Oh, I can words, I swear. Bird leg cabin. I wonder what that might be an allusion to. There definitely isn't a cabin associated with a famous witch that has bird legs. No. Examine.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
You can dream, Alan. A story's definitely going to happen.
Here we go. Let's take a look inside. Come on.
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before. Hello? Anyone here?
Yeah, you're going to hear a lot about him, though. Oh, more coffee. Can't be a writer without collecting your coffee. Oh dear.
For a moment, the oppressive feel of the nightmare I had seen on the ferry returned. Damn. I needed to get the power running in the cabin. There had to be a fuse box or a generator somewhere on the island. The cabin looked like a time capsule from the 60s, or even earlier.
The power cable goes to that shed over there.
Oh, of course I ran
An
completely
old
past the
generator
door.
had been connected to the power cable.
The lights are on! Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Okay, I'll look around a bit.
Sure thing! Have fun!
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work.
Good joke.
I thought we could be happy here. Alice? Honey? The old door had played a trick on me. Alice wouldn't have come out in the dark.
Famous artist, no less. We'll see if we can rope him into an interview later on. Now let's go to the phones. Caller, you're on KBF-FM.
Hi, Pat. It's Rose.
Why, hello, Rose. What's on your mind?
I know who that famous artist was. It was Alan Wake, wasn't it? He's my favorite writer. I just saw him at the diner. Oh, I am so excited he's here.
I'm sure he's glad to be here, too. Well, folks, I guess the secret's out. This is Pat Maine on KBF-FM. And now some music.
Great. So much for keeping a low profile.
I mean, you weren't really trying, Alan.
The water was black. I couldn't help but imagine all sorts of horrors lurking in the depths below.
Oh, don't worry, sure. That'll be relevant later. And of course it's terrifying, Robin. Water is terrifying, especially a deep, dark ocean, I mean lake.
Alan! Alan, where are you? Come inside, honey. Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
Oh, that's quite a surprise.
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
Okay.
Rude.
Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice, everyone
Hey,
keeps...
hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So now you want to get me committed?
This is why you don't
it's
do
not like
surprises.
That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice! God damn it! I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through. gone dark. All the lights were out.
Alice, I'm coming! It's all right, I'm coming!
What the hell?
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
10 out of 10 for that dive. Also, you should not dive that close to the fucking wall. You don't know where it is, where the wall is underneath the water.
Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
Gotta love sudden transitions.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and
Fuck
I didn't
Hartman.
like the guy's smug face on the cover either. The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
Bye, car. What? No explosions? That can't be an American car. No, Robin. See, if it was a Tesla, it would have exploded at the second Alan got into the car, and he would not have survived the fucking crash. That's for sure.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yeah, and burnt the entire forest to the fucking ground.
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started.
Oh shit!
I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
Oh, good thing that won't happen.
Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
Get it? 'Cause he's Alan Wake. He's awake. Oh yeah, and you also can't get the full story for the game without playing on Nightmare, because there's some pages you can only get on Nightmare, as it says.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
Man, it would have been really cool if I had seen that.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Alan, it's just the start of the game. Of course, that's what you're gonna have to do. Hey, it's a mushroom. No, it's a hard hat. I'm an idiot. Ignore me.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident. Hey! Hey, you! Phil! There's been an accident. I need help.
To be fair, Brights have an actual bright power in the game now. So if darkness is around, they do shine bright like a sun. Hey, it's Carl!
Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
Bye, Carl.
Fair and square.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
That would have just killed Alan if that had started rolling, because that shit's fucking heavy. And our meat cannot stop it. Oh shit.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
During your trying, it's the latest thing in.
Yes.
Bright Falls Sheriff's Station.
Hello?
One stone. You can see those
Oh no, whatever shall we do? Bye-bye. I like how the huge vehicle's down there perfectly fine.
The bulldozer had gone over the cliff with the office. I hoped Stucky had suffered the same fate, but I wasn't planning on staying to find out.
It's not a very nice thing to wish on a very innocent man who's caught up in your problems. Evil Gate.
There were more of them. Never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone, or something. There were no bodies.
Ooh, secrets.
They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick. Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a
Torch
chest of
mirrors.
supplies near it.
Ooh, flagon, nice. That is the equivalent of the BFG in this game. Ah yes, just kick fuse boxes.
The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice.
Are you fucking serious? Are they duct taping your car? Oop, I had meant to buy that. I had a different gun equipped than I thought. But that's fine.
Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now, she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car.
Yeah, it's almost like it's being crafted to ensure the story can continue or something, Robin. It's a bit weird like that, huh?
Perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
Oh, poor Rose. It's like something's shaping the story to ensure a predetermined outcome. Can't imagine what that might be, though. I know, it's so weird. Spooky.
What the hell was that?
Quite literally nothing. It's just a spooky sound.
When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Oop. Well. And also, Robin, the joke is that it's both. If it's foreshadowing and being mean about it, it's the same thing. Yeah, you gotta see how detailed the water is.
What the hell was that? When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head.
I like how he's balancing like his life depends on the widest fucking log there is. There it is. I knew there was a fucking coffee thermos over here. No, I didn't fall off it. I failed to get onto it. Because I forgot that this version of Alan Wake doesn't have the guide rails that I think Alan Wake 2 does, where you can't fall off things unintentionally. Like, I will admit, I just fucking was stupid. Like, walking along this, it would make much more sense for him to do that little weird shuffle, because it's an individual one.
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
Alright, Alan doesn't have pockets, so he can't hold much ammo. Ignoring the 42 bullets he has. Right, so that way, so I have to explore this direction first. That was a very weird lighting shift. What? Oh, secrets.
Taken. They're taken.
Taken are filled with darkness. Okay, so Alan Wake does the thing where if you pick up a gun, it automatically swaps. Okay.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Look, Alan, you might not be fit, but you're definitely
I couldn't
of,
stay
an,
here.
of healthy
There
enough
had to be a
thing
way
to be able to
get up
just
there.
pull yourself up on that. Like, I could struggle because I'm a bit heavy, but you easily could. Oh, he's like, look. This is how far he can run before he gets winded. Oh no, I'm not in combat. Sorry, ignore me. Outside of combat, he can run forever. No, I lied. You're gonna do a 100-meter dash. So there, and then that to there. Okay.
There was no power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
Hey, more coffee. It's an ember. Boop.
With all this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
Yay, car. What was it? Yeah, fucking shotgun. Now I'm an American.
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
We've already been attacked by the birds, though. Yeah, I know, right? How fucking ridiculous is what she was going through. I like how Alan's idea to avoid doing the staircase is to turn on all this just to get to that instead of just finding, like, something to stand on. Like, some crates. If I remember correctly, this is also well, not a shotgun. This is technically a little hidden achievement thing. Yeah, like there's a certain amount of these little pyramid cans you're supposed to destroy. But that could just be for the original game, not the remaster.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. Dude, listen, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild.
No, thank you.
But here I am, and who'd keep you company all night long if I weren't? It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkie.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find it.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Toby loves people. Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but too tough for his own good.
Yeah, it sounds like a dog, alright.
Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
You have a good night now.
Secret. Really giving me flare move way too early in the game. It's an LV. A cult bus? What?
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery.
I can't look in your Discord. I'm streaming, you nerd. If you want to talk about it, you're welcome to come in here and start rambling. You know what that shit's like. Shen Yu. I don't think so. I'd need more details than the name. Oh, that's right. You got Pathfinder tonight, don't you? Huh. There's a page over there. That was just fucking cheating. Oh, you mean there's an actual, like, cult bus near you?
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed
That's
the place,
creepy.
or that there'd been some kind of fight. Lights spilled
I'm
into
assuming
room
that
through
the
an
thing you
open
posted in your
door at the
Discord is
back,
pictures of the
and
cult
I
bus.
made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf. By
Nice.
itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
Cult bus. Yeah, if you hadn't figured out by now, that noise means enemies are spawning. The game. Yep, there we go. Which means the game's being cheap. Where do I go? Where do I go? Oh, lights. Oh, so they're not even like a bad cult, they're just like they're culty, but they're not that bad. Where's the secret? This way. Oh yeah, LV, this game technically has some cults. Look, if you had to encounter a cult, the one I would want you to encounter is the least worst of them. Which is also what the fucking torchbearers are. They're the least worst of a cult. Spooky. Good. Keep yourself safe. Look at the air they got. Nice. I can't join you as you drive. You're supposed to be joining me. Have fun. Make sure to be very gay at Pathfinder, or very you, one of the two. Ooh, Night Springs.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs.
This is the Remedyverse Twilight Zone knockoff.
A quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about
Ooh,
to
we're fancy in the car.
courage.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And yes, every time I encounter these things, we are going to watch them.
Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many
I love how the lines aren't even synced up with the lip syncs.
As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
The hubris of man.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. In
Night Springs. Let me put a hard hat on. Alan needs it. His head is too squishy. That can't be up to code. See, look, we can't enter. We need a hard hat. Come on, Carl. Show yourself. Oh, that was a boss
Stucky's
fight.
body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reached the lights at the gas station alive.
Oh dear.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Am I going to say oh dear every time I see a deer for the first time? Yes.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself. Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
See, that's how I know Alan's a hack, because that's how I'd be writing this shit. And I am a hack.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
I wonder what this place sells. Oh well.
I had to get inside the gas station to find a phone to call for help.
So I could go in there, or I could go to where I know some secrets are hidden. Your home in the Pines, Cauldron Lake Campgrounds. Visit the Haunted Witch's Ladle. Stay in our country cabins or bear-free campsites. Fuck off. Just want my coffee. Motherfucker. That's right. Fuck off, you two. I don't think there's anything under this side, but that doesn't hurt to check. Okay, something's spawning, so something should be over here. Nope, nothing. So scary.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
I'll write. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's
Oh,
lost.
you stupid idiot.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Welcome to Bright Falls. Watery Bright Falls. National Park. The Mines. Mirror Peak. Okay, apparently we're just south of Washington.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
He's a bit stuck.
I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
There is no cabin. Dun dun dun.
Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Taken. I'd also like to point out that this game, when it released, wasn't an episodic game. They just made it episodes, it's like a TV series.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Damn, that's some snow. I don't know if that's a lot of snow or not enough snow, because snow doesn't exist in Australia. So it's an absolutely average amount of snow.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid
Oh yeah,
dreams
this is the
had led me here to
definitely
claim
not Max Payne story that he wrote before.
my own private snuff movie, a memory of my corpse, alone at my own wake, thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone, only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red, a gruesome slushy.
Gruesome
Dissolved all the
slushy.
scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Oh, Alan, you hack. Yeah, that's the name for Max Payne in the Alan Wake universe. Alex Casey. So any Alex Casey stuff is really just Max Payne. Hey, look at that. Looks very similar to a certain game's splash art. Oh well.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Ooh.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last
Have fun.
Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan? Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Yep, the clicker definitely won't be relevant at all.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Knack for winning contests.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on
Jeez,
it.
Alan,
Now,
calm
can
the
you tell
fuck
me
down.
What happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife.
Who is this?
Oh,
Go
this
to the
fucking
back lot.
dumbass
There's a hole in the
plotline.
fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called
Mr.
Lover's
Wake, can I help you with anything?
Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Hey, mister!
Of course,
Hey,
Mr.
can you
Wake.
turn
You
the
can
light?
get there through the
The
south
light's
corridor.
on! The deputies, they won't... Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're alright. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See? Sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward.
Right.
Okay, listen, you gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was
There's
the
a goddamn space alien.
I know it sounds like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
Yeah, but you're definitely fucking drunk now.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
God damn it, Alan.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
Damn, Alan, that's a kick.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above.
Oh god, what happened to Shearer?
Force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let
What
me
the
go.
fuck are they doing with her
I needed
car?
to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff.
I'm just gonna assume those shops she's going to are just fucking useless by the sounds of it.
Shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh?
Shit, don't tell Rabbit people are playing with guns.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Will you though, Alan?
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable...
This motherfucker.
They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to
Fuck
stay
off,
at
Hartman.
Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Well deserved.
Hey, take it easy.
Hey, Barry.
Nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody.
Alan, why are you such a dick?
She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
These are so cute. Oh my god. Little mammoth plushies. Bucktooth Charlie. Timeline of evolution. Paleozoic era. Mesozoic era. Cenozoic era. Oh dear.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time
Barry,
you
stop
slept?
being unbearable.
Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and everything's
understand
just...
what it sounds like when you
Coffee.
say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Alan, get the stick out of your ass, please.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a
Crazy
kidnapper.
poachers.
Those
Max here
situations
got his
always
foot
end
caught
up
in a
with
trap.
disaster.
They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some
Fucking
lowlifes.
poachers.
Hell, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and
Fuck
it's
the
my
cops.
call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing. Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha! Let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
I missed you, Barry. I wish you were in Alan Wake too.
I think this is the form you wanted?
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves.
Look, we don't have to call out harms like this.
Diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you
Oh, it's
gotta
a cat in
throw
the
me a
rafter.
bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York.
No, Alan's got no nose hairs.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al! Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate.
That was such a lame
I'm
ass
going to
fucking
Lover's
thing.
Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay, okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo! Achoo! Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again. Achoo!
That's
Bless
another
you.
fucking horror movie referenced.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Oh dear. I knew there was something hidden here.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Watch the door now.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It
I
scared the shit out of Barry.
mean, he is disconnected from reality, literally.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry.
Oh,
for
this
trying
entire
to
game
talk
is
me
nothing
out
but
of
you
it.
doing stupid shit,
These
Alan.
people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
Oh dear.
No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Ben. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Yeah, this would be a drop hazard. Oh, it's a tire swing. Pone must feel at home. It was just a swing, Alan. Huh. A lot of broken windows on this cabin.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh?
Does it?
Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about
son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. The white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Dun dun dun. Where are you little shits? That's right, fuck off. Oh, more appropriately, flock off.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was. The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page." The vision left me weak. This was no head injury. Rusty, damn.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming!
Please, help me! Anybody? Help me! Help me!
It's okay, Rusty. You'll be fine while I explore everywhere but where you are.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone. The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to get in.
Mr. Wake? Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. Shh. Good boy. The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Dun, dun,
I was too
dun.
late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty! Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness. Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
That puppy better be okay.
Don't feed the animals.
Fishing is only for those prisoners who purchase a park fishing license. Obey! At all times. Rusty? Rusty, no! Never!
Railroad closer than 100 yards.
Two bears and wolves never approach any other. Closer than... Pets must be leashed.
All fines.
Never leave your
Pet unattended.
It is to remove any or historical artifacts from the park. Even you may
Find along the river.
or even cemetery.
There's nothing out there. You're lying to me, game.
What? What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
For
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Al, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it. In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Okay, you can't shoot the birds. Oh, so Lover Speak is that way, which
Lover
means I
Speak
go
was
that
at
way.
the far end of the nature trail.
Secret. Secret tunnel. Moonshine Cave. Site of frequent bootlegger activity throughout the Prohibition. Oh look, it's Pone's boyfriends. He's not even here to admire them. I had already seen it before you decided to do that game. Ooh, souvenir shop.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
I see you. The great old one.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason, packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo, things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Look, I don't like talking on the phone, but even I think that's a bit ridiculous. Excuse me. That doesn't work with the path I chose. Oh, assuming I should spike that way. Oh well. Stream's fine. How's your car going, Sheer? Wait. Oh, that's lazy. they, they, instead of making a different fucking skin for the other side, they just mirrored the same skin. Sure, cars aren't supposed to be on fire. Whoa, sorry. There's a little bit of fire that they're supposed to be on, but that's only when they're running and it's inside their combustion engine. Anywhere else is not good. Yeah, go save Shoe Ember. Hey, it's the dickhead.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on it.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up.
Oh, it's even worse. He is literally my gun at the moment.
Stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Pull them off, damn it! Just a little longer. Scare them off.
Fuckers are scared of stairs.
Die already, die! Come on, only sissies are afraid of the dark.
Says the man with a gun.
Better get ready. They'll be on us soon. This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
Can you not shoot for shit? Oh. Oh, the coffee.
Piece of cake, Wake.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her and
Alan, you fool. No, the game just wants you to think there's a hostage situation.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry! No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign. And nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now. He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Really?
Rusty had warned me about these traps. It hurt like hell. I was stuck.
Alan, that would do more than hurt like hell. That would completely make, like, fuck your leg up. Like, that shit bites deep into the muscle. Oh god, checkpoint. What's about to happen? Oh, it's a big rock. Be gone, Satan!
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Oh god, chainsaws, of course. Oh, hunting rifle. Go away, please. Thank you. Oh yeah, in a horror situation, that's like a killer line. Get it? 'Cause chainsaw murderer? It was good and you know it. Really, game? Nope. Better clear up the darkness, Jews.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
Look at Alan using his head.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
Nightingale.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
More coffee. Of course, I missed the letter staring me in the face. Headshot. Sneaky, sneaky. Don't mind if I do.
Logging is a hazardous occupation.
Ooh, I am much too close to that for my comfort and comfort. Oh, yellow shields. That's new. Yellow shields are regenerators. What's a regenerator, you ask? It's literally just a shield that'll regenerate if I'm not keeping my light on it, unlike the others. Secrets? Nothing blatant.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on. I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
I hate to inform you, Alan, we're still in the woods.
The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
I think these bathrooms are missing something very vital. No wonder they're closed. Look, these ones have it.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
Huh. I just realized smoke comes out of it after it does it for too long. No, thank you. Not really one for nature myself.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing. It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need... a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. Not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
That's a lot of birds.
Got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
Hey, welcome back.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Alan, you can just lie and make up a shitty ending, or just type random words.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour. See you soon.
Yeah,
Have
Rose
a
doesn't
great
sound too good.
day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old
dear diner.
Good girl.
Come here. Pretty please, can you tell me where I am? You, won't you say something?
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Has she though?
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
Dun dun dun.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks?
I think that's a good stopping point. Oh, hang on. I have a new fucking ending thing to make it easier to transition into that into my ending screen. See if it works.
I think I know what you like, so farewell and goodbye. You can catch me later, baby. You can catch me online. I'll see you online. You can catch me in cyberspace. I'll be the one with the broadband race. I'll see you online.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, and I need to change the sound on that. Good night.